students, produced by myenglishtoday.com. Often students ask me how many verbs and subjects can a sentence have in English. It has as many verbs as you want, as long as each verb has a subject. This type of sentence is called a complex sentence, a sentence with more than one verb and subject. Complex means not simple, a difficult sentence. Complex is opposite of simple. When you're dealing with complex sentences, there are two things you have to remember. The first thing, I'm going to discuss it briefly, is that each verb has to have a subject. You cannot have verbs hanging loose in your sentence without a subject. Let's look at this sentence. May was eating and Mel was sleeping. In this sentence we have two verbs. The first verb was eating and the subject of that verb is May. The second verb was sleeping and the subject of that verb is Mel. We can say that in this sentence we have two clauses. A clause is like a tiny little sentence, verb and subject inside your complex sentence. So that was the first thing you have to remember. Each verb has to have a subject. Now the second thing is that if you have two verbs and two subjects in a sentence, namely you have two clauses, you have to connect them in some way. And the way we do it in English is we use connectors. Today I'm going to discuss 5 connectors: and, but, or, yet, and so. So in our example, May was eating and Mel was sleeping. We had one connector, and. We had two verbs, was eating and was sleeping, and they were connected with and. Of course, if you have 3 verbs and 3 subjects, you are going to need 2 connectors. Let's have a look at this TOEFL example sentence. The physicist was awarded the Nobel Prize, flew to Stockholm to collect it. The first verb is was awarded, and the subject of that verb is the physicist. The second verb is flew. So what's the mistake in this sentence? Of course, it doesn't have a subject for the verb flew. Not only there is a subject missing in this sentence, we also don't have the connector. We need to connect those 2 verbs together. If we wanted to correct this sentence, we could, for example, say the physicist was awarded the Nobel Prize and flew to Stockholm to collect it. Now we have 2 verbs. Each of those verbs has a subject and we have a connector. Another example sentence from your TOEFL exam. Or you can write the whole assignment with pen, you can fix your computer. Always first look for your verbs. First verb, can write. The subject, you. Can fix, second verb, the subject of that verb, you. And do we have a connector in this sentence? Yes, we do. We have or. However, there's a problem with that or. It's in the wrong place. Those 5 connectors I mentioned before, and, but, or, so, and yet, have to be between the clauses. They cannot put or in the beginning of the sentence. And here is an example of a multiple choice question from TOEFL exam. Statistics are treated with skepticism by the scientific community used by many researchers. Answer A, they are be, are, see, yet they are, D, yet. Now, again, to answer this question, you should always look for your verb. The first verb is are. The subject of the verb are is statistics. The second verb, I can see, second verb used. So we don't have a subject here. The clue now is, since we do have two verbs, we need one more subject and a connector. So the best answer is C, because it has connector yet and a subject they. And here's another example sentence from multiple choice question of your TOEFL exam. So far, genetic engineering has greatly improved our lives, but it's dash still unknown. A. Side effects. B. Side effects are. C. Are. D. Was. Let's first have a look at verbs and subjects in our sentence. In the first clause, in the first part of the sentence, the verb is has improved or has greatly improved. The subject of that verb is genetic engineering. In the second part, we don't have a verb here. However, we have a connector, but, and that connector suggests to us that the second part of the sentence, the second clause, needs to have a subject and verb. Answers C and D are completely wrong because they don't have a subject. Answer A doesn't have a verb. Answer B is the best answer because it will provide a subject and a verb to our sentence. Thus we will have, so far genetic engineering has greatly improved our lives, but its side effects are still unknown. That's it for today. Next time we're going to discuss adverb clauses. Now if you want to do more practice on this topic and on the other topics, you can visit our website myenglishtoday.com. If you have any questions concerning your TOEFL exam, or if you have any problematic TOEFL sentence, you can mail it to me at sabina@myenglishtoday.com, or you can post it on our forum. Thank you.